Hello everyone, David here and welcome to BrickVault. The AT-AT or all-terrain armored transport is probably one of the most well-known and iconic vehicles in all of Star Wars. It served in a number of battles throughout the era of the Galactic Empire, with the Battle of Hoth and the Battle of Endor being the obvious ones to name here. With its heavy armor and long legs, it was much better at dodging ground mines than its predecessor, the AT-TE, and as a rebel you just knew you are screwed when you saw the menacing silhouette of this war machine in the horizon coming towards you. Also, it can double as a cute dog. And since we already have a minifigure scale version available, it just made sense that one of our talented designers gives this walker some love at a more practical size and a more affordable price point. And it's not just any designer, but this model was in fact created by the talented Fly in Space, who is a master at building at this scale. He designed a number of models for the store already, like you see here flashing by. If you want to build this model for yourself or any other model, you can do so by visiting our web store www.brickvault.toys or click the link in the description box below. We sell high quality PDF instructions and digital parts lists for ordering all pieces online. We hand test each model for durability and make sure all parts are available on the brick buying market. With your purchase, you not only support the amazing designers that we work with like Fly in Space, but also us here at BrickVault, so we can continue bringing you the best LEGO designs out there and making interesting content for you to watch. So yeah, click the link in the description box below. And now let's jump right into the details of this custom model. This is definitely an instance where a model is so highly detailed that it doesn't look like LEGO anymore. It actually happened to me that I showed a picture of this model to a friend, and at first he was confused as to what scale this model is, because based on the density of details, it is just unbelievable that this model is a nanofig scale, or some might call it midi-scale. You can see the dimensions of this model flashing by right now, and here is an egg as reference. In my opinion, it has the perfect size to display it in a shelf or on a desk. Fly in Space even made sure that you don't have to display the AT-AT by itself like any other lesser AT-AT model, although that is still an option if you wanted to do so, but he built this snowy display stand with a black border around it, which is its own cool build. You can see it uses the snot technique, which stands for studs not on top, which allowed him to put cool details for snowy and rocky hills into the stand that would have otherwise been fairly straightforward sloping. You can see a couple of holes here in the ground too. Those are there to connect these cute T-47 Snowspeeders, which are also included in the instructions purchase, as well as this 3x3 dish piece to display them on their own. You have the option to either connect one speeder here, or put it here and attach the string piece to the hind leg of the walker so it looks like it just launched the tow cable. Or build two snow speeders and have a full-on battle on your display. Or leave them out completely to go for a more clean look. The AT-AT attaches to the stand via a stud on each foot. You can choose which one of the studs to connect to give it slightly different posing. But now let's focus on the AT-AT itself. This model is as detailed as it gets, especially for its scale. This is definitely an advanced model not comparable to an official LEGO set, but perfect if you feel like you are experienced enough and want to feel a little bit more challenged while building. Although my brother built it and he is not super experienced, so I guess that speaks for the instructions quality. To just mention some of the cool techniques for details, you can see Fly in Space used roller skate pieces here to get this ladder look on the side of the model. Generally, he used a number of roller skate pieces throughout the build, either for detail purposes or to attach pieces to them. You can also see that snot is truly a theme here. You build in every direction possible to get the desired smooth look on the outside. I myself counted only 4 studs showing on this model, which is really impressive and just shows you the dedication. The designer really went above and beyond to make it as accurate as possible. Just compare the backside of the model to the in-universe thing. And keep in mind this is only this big on the model. One step in the instructions I find particularly satisfying is how you slot the roof in place like this, with everything lining up perfectly and almost no gaps showing. The designer even went to the extent of including jumper plates here instead of regular plates, because they have this groove here which serves as additional detailing. Even the underside of the model has detailing, and if you want to be a little more creative, you can see this piece here as the little hatch that Luke throws the detonator into during the Battle of Hoth. The head is next to the legs the only posable section on this model, and you can see that it is indeed also extremely well detailed for its size. Fly in Space even managed to integrate this slight downward curve of the roof, which is really fun, and I guess these turrets are posable too, although I myself like to keep them facing forward all the time, and I believe that's accurate to the movies as well. Now let's see how well this thing handles. Obviously this is a display piece through and through and not meant to be played with. I'm even thinking about getting an acrylic display case for it, because I think this is the perfect model for displaying it like this. But yeah, it is no problem at all to just grab the base of the display stand, as the legs are fairly well attached, although I'd recommend sliding it off a table corner to get a good grip on the underside of the base, and if you want to pick the walker up by itself, just make sure to grab it lightly by the sides or underneath and not by any of the extremities obviously. The legs are attached by just one stud, but it's still a relatively firm connection as the legs aren't heavy at all. Generally, I don't find myself going back and tweaking details anywhere on this model, since this is a perfect one-time setup kind of model and you can always transport it via holding onto the base, so all details stay put. This is just a fun desk piece and kinda makes me want to expand on it and do a full midi-scale Hoth diorama. But yeah, that wraps it up for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and visit www.brickvault.toys or click the link in the description to build this or any other one of our models yourself. Or if you just want to take a look at all the cool techniques that our designers used and maybe learn a thing or two. That's at least what I did a lot when I first started getting into custom building. Anyways, let me know what other models you'd want to see made. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.